Motorbikes
Right.
are a lot.
Right. Right. Now, there are just so many of them in Hanoi, so many motorcycles. Okay. Hello, Tang.
Hello.
How are you, Tang?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good. Have you got your camera working yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Be nice to see you sometime, Tang. What have you been doing this weekend, Tang?
I just doing some study because my school is almost getting to the test.
All
the final.
right. Okay. So you have exams starting soon. When do they start, Tang?
I think next month.
Next month. Okay. So you still have a few weeks to prepare. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the other students to join us. What's the weather like in Hanoi today, Dok Nia?
It's like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's
Is it warm or cold?
Kind of hot. I don't.
Kind of hot.
Yeah, it's started to like around like 23 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Not that hot, but
not that hot. No. Oh, 23 degrees sounds very good to me. Sounds almost perfect. Not hot, not cold. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Cho Zhang. Oh, she's just connecting now. Hello, Putan. Putan.
Hello, Mr.
How are you, Putan?
I'm good.
That's great. Okay. Hello, Cho Zhang.
Yes, hi, teacher.
Hi, Cho Zhang. How are you, Cho Zhang?
I feel great.
Great. Excellent. That's good. Okay. Now, Cho Zhang, can you stay for 1 minute after the class has finished, please?
Yes, of course.
That will be good. Thank you. All right. Hello, Zung Ha.
Hi.
How are you, Zung Ha?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. What have you been doing this weekend?
I'm just stay at home and attending some extra class as usual.
Okay. So you spend all your weekend doing classes.
Yes.
Do you get some time to relax, Zung Ha?
I spend time to relax in the days of the week, but not in the weekend.
Okay. So during the week, you can relax a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you get some time to relax. It's very hard if you are working all the time. Okay. Putan, can you turn your camera on, please? 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Putan. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. Okay, everyone, we will get started. First of all, I will show you what we have planned for today. All right, so we're going to be continuing on with writing, okay? For the rest of today, I think I'll get you to do some more writing today. I think I did a lot of talking last week, and then we will be doing a writing test either next week or the week after. We will do the whole of the task 2 writing test to see how you go with that. So what we will be doing mostly for the rest of today is, or the rest of today's lesson is just going through how you answer the task 2 writing. And we will be continuing on with the question we've been looking at over the last couple of weeks about men and women. Should they be able to do the same jobs, or do they have different strengths and weaknesses? Before we start, does anyone have any questions? Okay, I hope everyone got the email I sent out earlier this week which explains how you can classify the question. Is there anyone who didn't get that email? Good. I hope you were able to read it, and I hope it made sense. I'll go through it again shortly anyway. All right, so let's start with this week's fun phrase of the week. Duk Nia, can you tell me the fun phrase of the week, please?
Phrase of the week, a blessing in disguise.
Okay, good. Tang, what does it mean?
It means a good thing that seems bad at first.
Good. A good thing that seems bad at first. Maybe some of you are familiar with this saying. It's very common in spoken English. People often talk about a blessing in disguise. Cho Zhang. Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, how do you use it? Hello, Cho Zhang, I can't hear you.
Can you repeat again? I cannot hear.
Okay, can you hear me now, Cho Zhang?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how do you use a blessing in disguise?
What in the sky?
A blessing, can you see the fun phrase, Cho Zhang? You should be able to see it on your screen.
Oh, okay, I can see it.
Okay, a blessing in disguise. Cho Zhang, how do you use it?
I think that I don't know.
You can just read what you can see on the screen, Cho Zhang.
So I will speak it out, right?
That's right. Just read it out, please, Cho Zhang.
This morning I was late for school because I missed the bus. I found out later that the bus was in a traffic accident and everyone was killed.
Okay, so a blessing in disguise in this case meant the person, they were late for school because they missed the bus. But in the end, it turns out, of course, that missing the bus was a good thing because it saved them from being killed or even seriously hurt. So blessing in disguise is simply something that seems bad at the time, but later turns out to be good. Does that make sense, Cho Zhang, to you?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good, good. Like I say, it's a very common phrase in spoken English, like all these fun phrases. These are phrases that you will hear every day in English-speaking countries. Okay, let's run through the rest of them. Putang.
I'm here.
Food coma, Putang. Food coma.
Comma.
What does food coma mean? It means, can you remember? It means if you eat too much food, or when you eat too much food, you feel very maybe sick or tired or sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah, sleepy. That is a food coma. Oh, I ate too much last night. I feel really bad today. I have a food coma. Do you remember, Putan? Do you remember this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so food coma means I have eaten too much and I feel unwell and maybe sleepy. I'm in a food coma. I'm not good because I ate too much. That's what it means. Okay, Zung Ha.
Yes.
All right, not out of the woods yet, Zung Ha. What does it mean?
Still in trouble?
Yes, very good. Good memory. Means we still have some problem. We still we still have some challenge. We are still in, as you say, have some problem. Okay, under the weather, Duknia, under the weather.
Not feeling well.
Correct, not feeling well or feeling sick. The ball is in your court, Tang. The ball is in your court. What does this mean?
The ball is in the court. It mean you have to make a decision.
Correct. The ball is in your court. Shall we have pizza or shall we have banh mi for lunch? The ball is in your court. Means you decide. Your choice. Okay. I'm sitting on the fence. Chou Zhang. Chou Zhang.
I'm sitting on the fence. It means that you are wonder between choosing many things.
Means, yeah, means you are undecided. You are not
Yes.
sure what to decide. Is China a good country or a bad country? I'm sitting on the fence. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's good or bad. That's what it means. Sitting on the fence means you're unsure about something. Okay, once in a blue moon, Bhutan.
It means
Once,
very rare.
very rare, very rare. Good. Means hardly ever happens, once in a blue moon. You can say that again, Zung Ha. You can say that again.
Agree with something?
Yes. Just means I agree. I agree with you. Like, it's very hot today in Hanoi. You can say that again. Okay, just means yes, I agree. That's correct. Duk Nia, caught
Yes.
between a rock and a hard place. Duk Nia.
I don't remember.
Okay, it means you have to make a decision. You have to choose between two not very good alternatives. So the example you might remember I gave, Duknia, was maybe you are working in a job you don't like, but if you leave the job, then you will be unemployed and have no money. So which one do you choose? Okay, do you stay in the job you don't like, or do you leave work and have no money? So you have to decide between two things that are not very attractive. Does that make sense, Duknia?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that is. So that's when you are caught between a rock and a hard place. Caught between a rock and a hard place means you have to choose between two unattractive alternatives. Beat around the bush, Tang. Beat around the bush.
Beat around the bush.
Yeah,
It's like
what does
I don't remember.
okay, if I'm beating around the bush, it means I'm not giving my opinion on something. I'm talking around the subject. Okay, means I'm not getting to the point of the conversation. Maybe because I don't want to cause any problem, I don't want to hurt somebody, whatever. Beating around the bush means I don't get to the point of the conversation. Does that make sense, Tang?
Yes.
Okay, and the last one, Chou Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, if something costs an arm and a leg, Chou Zhang, what does that mean?
It means that it's too expensive.
Correct, exactly. Something that costs an arm and a leg, very expensive. Just means something that's very expensive. And I'll do this one for the last one, Putang, Putang.
Yes.
A blessing in disguise, Putang. Blessing in disguise, what does that mean?
It means something.
You can see it written there, Putang. Look at the top of the page.
Yes.
You can see a blessing in disguise.
It means a good thing that seems bad at first.
That's right, a good thing, okay, but at first it seems bad. And like I said, the example, like if you miss the bus, you think, oh, that's bad, but maybe missing the bus has saved you from being in an accident. Okay, so then it turns out that it's a good thing you missed the bus. So a blessing in disguise. Okay, so I hope you try to remember these things, please, because these are very useful in conversation. And for those of you who are going to do the Ielts exam, if you can include one or two of these in your conversation, you'll get extra marks for this because you know colloquial or idiomatic English. And the reason people use these, by the way, is just to make the language more colorful, more interesting. Okay, so instead of just saying, oh, my laptop is very expensive, you say, my laptop cost me an arm and a leg. Okay, it just makes it more interesting and colorful. So these are ways to make the language more interesting and colorful. I'm sure you have similar things in Vietnamese. Any questions about any of these? Okay. Let's go to the word formation practice. Okay, so we're going from exercise 5. Looking at exercise 5 here, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can you please choose the correct word and send it to me in chat? And please do all 5 at once. Please don't send each word to me individually. Otherwise, it's very hard for me to see who is doing what. So please work out all 5 correct words and then send them to me in chat. Thank you. I'll just give you a minute or so to do this. It shouldn't take you too long. Thank you, Zung Ha. I can see all of yours. And all correct, Zung Ha. You have 5 out of 5. Thank you, Bhutan. And you are also all correct. 5 out of 5. All right, just another 30 seconds or so, please, for the rest of you. Thank you, Cho Zhang. And that's 5 out of 5 for you too, Cho Zhang. All correct. Thank you, Tang. And that's 5 out of 5 for you too, Tang. All correct. Okay, I'll go through the answers now for you. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, Zung Ha, can you please read number 1?
Lizzie has just won a scholarship to a world-renowned university.
Very good. Okay, scholarship is, of course, the correct word. Scholarship is the noun. World-renowned. Do you know what it means, Zung Ha?
I think it's a famous university.
Yes, exactly. World-renowned means famous. World-renowned just means famous. World famous. Renowned means famous. Okay, it's just a synonym for famous. This sentence could easily say world famous university, but renowned, world renowned is a common collocation. A world renowned university, world famous university. Okay, number 2, please, Duknia.
Oh, it's disappointing arguing with them. They're not going to change their mind.
Okay, not disappointing, not disappointing. Okay. Tang. Hello, Tang.
Yes. Yes. I'm here.
Okay. Number 2, please, Tang. Can you read number 2?
It is pointless arguing with them. They are not going to change their minds.
Is correct. It's pointless, pointless arguing with them. They're not going to change their minds. So pointless is the correct form of the word. All right. Pointless means there's no point. Okay. Don't bother arguing with them. They're not going to change your mind. So pointless, pointless. Thank you, Tang. Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Number 3, please, Cho Zhang.
You will need your parents' permissions if you want to go on the school trip.
Okay, you will need your parents' permission. Doesn't need to have an S on the end. Need your parents' permission. Permission. If you want to go on the school trip, permission is the correct form of that word. Thank you, Cho Zhang. Putang.
Yes.
Number 4, please. Putang, number 4.
It's a wonderful restaurant with food and excellent service. We highly recommend.
Is good. Highly recommended. We highly recommend it. Is another way of saying we really recommend it. Okay, so highly is the correct form of the word, which most of you got. And finally, the last one, Zung Ha. Number 5, please, Zung Ha.
Thank you so much for the flowers. It's very thoughtful of you.
Correct. It's very thoughtful, thoughtful, thoughtful. Okay, means it's very kind of you or very considerate of you. They are all synonyms. Very kind of you, very thoughtful of you. Okay, most of you got 5 out of 5. Any questions on any of those? Okay. All right. Now we're going to look at our writing for the rest of this class. All right, you should all be able now to see the document that starts with the topic for the essay. Women and men are commonly seen as having different strengths and weaknesses. Is it right to exclude males and females from certain professions because of their gender? Before we continue with this, again, I will just quickly review with you the timing and structure of the task 2 essay. All right, how many words, Duknia, how many words should the essay have?
I don't remember.
Task 2 essay. Okay, so you have to try and remember this. It's important. All right, tongue.
Yes.
How many words should a task 2 essay have?
I think around 250.
Is correct. 250 is correct. Okay, Duknia?
Okay.
Yeah, around 250 words. All right, thank you, Tung. How long should you spend writing it in total, Cho Zhang? How long?
In total for task 2, right?
Yeah, that's right. In total, how long should you spend? How many minutes should you spend writing a task 2 essay?
40 minutes.
Is correct. 40 minutes. Good. You only have 40 minutes to write this, and that is to plan it and write it as well. How long should you spend planning Fu Tang? Can you remember this?
I think it's 10 minutes.
A bit less, maybe about 7 to 8 at the most, okay? About 7 to 8, so a bit less than 10 minutes. About 7 to 8 minutes to plan the essay. And the last question, how long should you spend checking your work? Zung Ha, how long?
Under 5 minutes.
Yes, maybe even less than that, maybe even only 2 or 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes to spend checking your work. And when you're checking your work, you are looking for mistakes in spelling, in grammar, in punctuation, that sort of thing. But if you don't have time to check, at least try and finish the essay. Remember, please don't spend too long planning the essay, less than 10 minutes, okay, which means that you only have about 30 minutes left to write it. So you're going to be writing very fast. But it is important to spend time planning the essay, and that's what we're going to be continuing with now. So you will remember that in the email I sent you, I'll just share that with you now, actually. Okay. Last week, we talked about when you read the topic of the essay, you have to decide what sort of essay it is. Now, last week I was talking about 4 different sorts of essay. I had to think about it after the class, and I've made it a little bit easier for you. I hope it's easier for you. I've made it into only 3 categories of essay, which I've called A, P, and S. So pretty much every essay you can classify into an A essay, a P essay, or an S essay. And it is important to do this fairly quickly because each one, the structure of your answer is slightly different. So you have to get the structure correct. So I will get you to read this, please. Tongue.
Yes.
Okay, can you please read A for me? Can you please read A?
Topics of type A present an argument, and you need to explore pros and cons, reasons for, against, or advantage and disadvantage. In your conclusion, you will support only one side. These topics can also ask to what extent do you agree or disagree?
Okay, thank you, Tang. Thank you. Okay, so that is type A, an argument type of essay. And this is a sample of an argument essay topic. One of the clues that you know it is an argument essay, they will ask you this: to what extent do you agree or disagree? So you can see in this topic, the two sides of the argument are whether or not translation software can replace the need to learn a foreign language. So after you've done your first paragraph, which I'm sure you remember is a paraphrase of the topic, then in this essay, you would do one paragraph on why translation software could replace learning a foreign language, or the pros of it, or the advantages of it. The second paragraph, of course, would be the disadvantages of having translation software replacing a foreign language. Okay, then in your conclusion, you would just summarize. So that's an argument type essay. Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Cho Zhang, can you read what a P essay is, please?
It's okay. So, here's a topics of type P present 2 points of view or 2 statements and ask you to discuss them and state your opinion. There's a variations of this type with just one point of view, which also ask for your opinion.
Okay, good. So the topic here, the example topic is: some people think that public libraries are no longer necessary since computers and the internet are now replacing their function. What is your opinion? What is your opinion? So you have to spend 2 paragraphs, okay, giving reasons whether or not public libraries are good and why. So this topic here, by the way, that we are looking at, the one we're looking at about gender, okay, that is a point of view type of essay. And the last type of essay is an S or situation essay. Putang.
Yes.
Can you please read the S essay, please?
Topic of types A present a situation, and you need to explore reason why is it, what is it, assume that might happen in the future and suggest solution to problem if required.
Good. So the topic here is: as a result of tourism, many unique places in the world are being damaged or even destroyed. Why is this happening? What are some possible solutions? Okay, so you have to write about solutions. All right, first paragraph, you might write about why this is happening. Second paragraph, the second body paragraph, you write about some solutions to stop tourism places, to stop many places being destroyed. So those are the 3 different types of essay: an A or argument type essay, point of view type of essay, or a situation. And you will see each one of them, they need you to do something just a little bit different. Okay, quick test. Please write in chat to me, all right, what type of essay, A, P, or S, you think each of these topics is. All right, you use each one only once, by the way, A, P, or S. So one of these topics is an argument type of essay, one of them is a point of view type of essay, and one is a situation type of essay. Please tell me which one you think each one is. Please send it to me in chat now. Thank you. Okay, very good, Bhutan. You are correct. Okay, Zung Ha, you are correct. All right, Tang, you have one correct. The other two are around the other way. Right, Cho Zhang, you are correct. Look, Nia, you have the first one correct. Okay, everyone. So the answers are essay number one. Essay number one is a situation. All right, this describes a situation. People are spending more and more time on their apps. Why is this happening? Is this positive or negative? So in this essay, very easy, okay? It already gives you what you are going to write in each paragraph, okay? First one, you would write about the positive things of spending more time on apps. The second paragraph, you would write about the negative things of spending more time on apps. So that is quite an easy one to work out. Number two is a point of view essay. Point of view, okay? There are 2 points of view here, all right? Some people think that financial education should be compulsory. Others think that other subjects, maybe such as math, science, reading, are more important, okay? They are both points of view. So again, one paragraph, you would look at why financial education is so important. The second paragraph, you would look at why other subjects are more important. And the last one is an argument. And this gives you a clue here. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? So in one paragraph, you would say why tourists should follow local customs. The other paragraph, you might say why tourists don't have to follow local customs. So when you first see an essay topic, you need to spend just a minute or so deciding which one, an A, P, or S, the topic is, and therefore what your second and third paragraphs are going to be about. So this is quite important. Please ask me if this doesn't make sense. Again, your first paragraph of your essay is going to be a paraphrase, and also your thesis statement. That is where you give your point of view. All right, so for example, looking at number 3 here, some people believe that when tourists visit other countries, they should try to follow local customs. All right, you would need to paraphrase this and then say whether you agree or not. Then in the second paragraph, okay, you might say why they should follow local customs. The third paragraph, you would say why they shouldn't follow local customs. And the fourth and final paragraph is just a summary. And again, you give your point of view. Does that make sense to you, Duknia?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. So once you've worked out whether it's an A, P, or S, the structure then becomes quite easy to work out. So you should be able to do that within 1 minute. And then you have another 6 or 7 minutes to actually work out what ideas you are going to put into your essay. All right. So we're going to go back and I'm going to start doing some writing shortly. I will just share this with you again, so you can actually write on something. So remember our our title is about men and women are seen as having different strengths and weaknesses. Is it right to exclude males or females from certain professions because of their gender? Oh, by the way, I have a little story to tell you. Okay, everyone, please listen to this. Okay, it's a little puzzle, a little riddle. See if you can tell me the answer. A man and his son are driving in a car. They are driving down the motorway when they have a bad accident. The man is killed, but the son is badly injured. So he is taken to hospital. When he gets into the hospital, he goes into the operating room or the operating theater, and the surgeon looks at him and says, "I can't operate. He is my son." Okay, how can this be? What is the answer to the puzzle? Dung Ha, can you tell me?
No.
Okay, I repeat the story one more time. A man and his son are driving in a car down the motorway. They have an accident. The man is killed. The son is badly injured. He's taken to hospital. In the hospital, he goes into the operating room, the operating theater. The surgeon looks at him and says, "I can't operate on him. He is my son." What has happened here? Nia, do you know the answer to this?
No, I don't.
Okay. Tang, do you know the answer?
I have no idea.
Okay. Cho Zhang,
Yes, I'm here.
do you know the answer to this puzzle, to the riddle? Okay. Both,
No.
do you know Cho Zhang?
Maybe no.
Maybe no. Okay. Putang.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a clue, Putang. This will make it easy. So both the father in the car, okay, the guy in the car, all right, and the surgeon in the hospital both say this guy is their son. So how can this happen? Any idea? Okay, so we've already talked about the father is in the car with the son. The father is killed. Who is the surgeon at the hospital? Dung Ha.
I don't know, maybe father-in-laws?
No, not father-in-law. What other relative can he be, Zung Ha? Can this person be? Okay, you know the father was in the car, the father has been killed. The surgeon at the hospital says, I can't operate, this is my son.
The father was
The father's
killed
the father was
her-
killed, so who was the surgeon?
The
If
father,
the surgeon says, this is my son.
a little confused. I
A
don't
little
know.
confused maybe. You said father-in-law, didn't you?
Yeah,
So not father-in-law, but another relative.
another relative.
Yeah,
Um,
not. Remember, the father has been killed. Father was killed in the car accident. But the surgeon at the hospital looks at the boy and says, this is my son.
no, I still don't know.
Okay, Duknia, do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay, Tang, do you know? What relation is the surgeon to the boy?
I can think of it.
Okay, Cho Zhang,
Mm,
this isn't that hard. Cho Zhang?
I don't have any answer.
Okay, last one. Putan, do you know? What relation is the surgeon to the boy? If the boy's father has been killed in the car accident, but the boy then is taken to the hospital and the surgeon looks at the boy and says, this is my son, who was the surgeon?
Maybe it's the father in the child.
No. Okay, everyone, this is actually easier than you think. The surgeon is his mother. Okay, the surgeon is his mother. Remember, the father is killed in the accident. The boy goes to the hospital. The surgeon looks at him and says, I can't operate, this is my son. Okay, the surgeon must be his mother. Does that make sense now, Putan?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the reason I tell you this puzzle, okay, is, all right, to get you thinking about gender and about men and women doing certain jobs. And of course, the reason why many people find this puzzle a bit hard at first, because they automatically think the surgeon is a man. But of course, the surgeon doesn't have to be a man. Okay, surgeon can be a woman, of course, of course. Okay, so that is just to keep you thinking about the different jobs and careers that men and women can do. Okay, don't automatically assume that because someone is a police officer, they are a man, or because someone is a doctor, of course they are a man, or even because someone is a nurse, they are a woman. In Western countries, it's very common now to have men as nurses, very common. All right, so time to start writing, which is what you're going to be doing for the rest of the lesson. I will guide you through this. All right, so you don't have to think too hard about this. All you're going to have to do is write. So as I said before, this essay is a point of view essay. It is a P essay. So you need to write, you can see here, I hope you can all see this. So you need to write 2 body paragraphs about the 2 different points of view here. One about the advantages of having single gender jobs, the other about the advantages of having multi-gender jobs. So your second paragraph could be about, now this is my idea, by the way. You might come up with a different idea, which is fine, but this is the way I would answer this question. All right, the advantages of having some jobs done mostly by one gender. All right, this is what is going to be in your first body paragraph or second paragraph. Okay, now there are advantages, even though men and women these days can do pretty much anything. they want to do, there are some jobs that can maybe have an advantage by being done by just one gender. One of these that I've thought of is Zung Ha. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the first advantage I have written here?
Our female hospital wards should have only female nurses.
Okay, do you think that's a good idea, Zung Ha?
No.
You don't? You don't?
Yes.
I think all female hospital wards, I think they should have female nurses. Imagine, Zung Ha, if you were in a hospital, okay, you don't want maybe a man looking after you, do you, in the hospital as a nurse? Okay, maybe you much better to have a woman, I think, looking after you as a nurse.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, much better to have a woman. If you are a woman in a hospital, better to have a woman nurse looking after you. So that is one advantage of keeping jobs for nurses for women only. Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, for men, Duknia.
Yes.
Okay, Duknia, I think we talked about this last week. So can you read what I've written here? The second advantage, okay, of having a job done by one gender?
Maybe jobs requiring physical strength, e.g. mining or forestry, should be mainly done by men.
Yeah, do you think that's a good idea, Duknia?
Maybe yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. There are jobs, men are usually much stronger than women, usually, aren't they? So jobs that require a lot of lifting things, or maybe digging things, digging a hole, something like that, it's better to be done by a man. Jobs that require someone to be strong, better to be done by a man. Okay. However, there are also advantages of having jobs available to both genders. Tang.
Yes.
Okay, what is the first advantage, okay, I have written here about having a job done by both genders?
Female police officers may have better strategy for dealing with violent offenders.
Good, okay. So for example, Tang, maybe a female police officer might be better at talking to someone who they have caught, who has been committing or doing some crime. Okay, maybe better at talking to them, maybe getting them to surrender or give themselves up. Does that make sense, Tang?
Yes.
Yeah. I am not saying, everyone, that this is always true. Okay, I'm just making suggestions that you can put in your essay. So maybe some female police officers would be better. They would be a little bit sympathetic and better at handling someone who has committed a crime so that no one gets hurt or no one gets killed. Maybe. That is one advantage. The second advantage, Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what is the second advantage?
The second advantage is male primary school teachers might understand young boys better and could be good role models.
Yeah, do you agree, Chozhang?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Please tell me what it's like in Vietnam. In most Western countries, primary school teachers, that is, teachers who teach young children, most of them are women. Okay, not so many men do this job. I think because it is maybe seen as a little bit like babysitting. All right, and maybe most men are not so keen on babysitting. Is this true in Vietnam, Cho Zhang?
Yes, it's right.
Yeah, so in most primary school teachers, the teachers are women. They are females. Okay, but sometimes In fact, often it could be good to have a man teaching in primary schools because they will help understand boys better and also be good role models for the boys. Otherwise, the boys spend their early years growing up just with women teachers and having a mother at home. So they don't know how to behave like a boy. Does this make sense to everyone? Does this make sense, Putang, to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Does this make sense to you, Zung Ha?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want everyone to do now, we're going to be doing this for the rest of the lesson, is you're going to be writing. I want you to write the second paragraph of your essay. All right, and I want you're going to start, you can see I have written the first sentence for you. All right, there are good arguments for allowing certain jobs to remain predominantly male or female. Predominantly, by the way, is a synonym for mostly. And I've already given you the advantages to write about. So I need you to write 6 more lines in this paragraph, 6 more lines, okay, talking about these 2 things. All right? All female hospital wards, maybe they should only have female nurses. But maybe jobs that require strength should only be done by men. All right, so those are the arguments for having some jobs to remain with one gender or the other. And then going to go down here and you're going to write your third paragraph or your second body paragraph. Remember the first paragraph you wrote a couple of weeks ago, that was your paraphrase, is, however, in some situations or most situations, having occupations open to both genders has advantages. And you can use the examples I've already given you. The one of maybe having female police officers is a good idea for some situations, okay? Maybe having primary school teachers who are men is a good idea. Dok Nia,
Yes.
yeah, do you have female police officers in Vietnam?
Yeah, but I don't see them much often. So
Okay, so not many, not many.
yeah, they usually like work in like the office of the police department. So
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I think the same in many Asian countries, although I know Japan is different. Most Western countries now, they have a lot of female police officers who go out and patrol the streets, okay, and carry guns, just the same as the men. All right, many Western countries do this now. And I remember when I was in Japan, I saw this quite often as well. They have a lot of female police officers. All right, that's interesting. So is anyone not sure of what they are doing, please? So please write your name, and then I want you to write 6 sentences for the second paragraph, and then go down and write 6 sentences for the third paragraph. And you can see I have given you suggestions as to what to write about. If you can think of your own suggestions, that's fine. But I've already given you 2 suggestions for each paragraph to write about. So what I'm going to do now is share the link with you in chat so you can write. And that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the lesson. Okay, so you should all be able to click on the link now. So we have 30 minutes left for the rest of the lesson. So this is plenty of time for you to write this. In an exam, you would only probably have about 20 minutes to write this part, but I'm giving you 30. Now, please, if there's anyone who is not sure what we are doing, please ask me. So I've already given you the first sentence of each paragraph. And I've already given you ideas to write about for each paragraph. Zhou Zhang, does this make sense for you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Bhutan, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Zung Ha, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, everyone, please write. As I say, you only have to write 6 lines for each paragraph, so not that much. And as usual, please write your name first, so I know who was writing what. And then what I will do is, after the lesson is finished, I will correct what you have written, and I will get Mrs. Ha to send it to you. So you can leave the first sentence as it is. That is your opening sentence. You just need to write sentences following on from that for both paragraphs. So in paragraph 2, you have to write, what are the good arguments? What are a couple of good arguments? Or some jobs being either male or female. And I've already given you, as I've just discussed, 2 suggestions. Why a job in a hospital should remain female, and maybe why a job requiring strength should remain male. Okay, so the next thing you need to say is, what are the differences in strengths and weaknesses? Okay,
Okay.
yeah, easy. In other words, what are women strong or good at? Okay, and what do you think men are strong or good at?
Yes.
Okay, Sungha, so that is plenty for your paragraph, okay?
Yeah, I think I going to
You
write some more
you have
words.
yeah, you've written plenty for that paragraph. So now you need to be on to the third paragraph, okay? Looking at reasons why it's good to have jobs done by both men and women.
Okay.
Okay, and remember the reasons I have given you, which are up here. Okay, maybe it's good to have female police officers, for example, and good to have male teachers of young children. So now you need to look at the advantages of having women doing jobs that maybe used to be done by men, and also men doing jobs that usually done by women. That is what the third paragraph is about. Does that make sense, Sungha?
Yes. But
Okay,
do
good.
I need to go down to the part
Yes,
that you've
go,
written?
correct. Go down to the part I have written, okay?
Okay.
So remember, everyone, for the third paragraph, you go down to the part I have already written, further down the page. if you have time, and we only have about 5 minutes left, only 5 minutes left of this lesson. Okay, everybody, time to stop. Thank you. All right, you've all been working hard for the last half an hour, so you can stop now. So what I will do is mark what you have sent me so far, and I will send it to you during the week. Okay, Zungha?
Yes.
All right, Zungha, what are you doing for the rest of today?
Rest and ready to take another extra class as usual.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, I hope you get some good rest, Zungha. Who can I hear in the background, by the way? Who can I
It's
hear?
my brother.
All right, how old is he? He doesn't sound very old.
He's 5 years old, almost
Okay,
6.
very young. Okay, a lot younger than you.
Yes.
Okay. Is he your only brother, Zungha?
Yes, he's my only brother.
Okay, good. All right, thank you, Zungha. Okay, Duknia, are you okay?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, good. Thank you, Duknia. Putan, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Tang, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Tang. And Cho Zhang. Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Cho Zhang, you can all stop writing now. So please, Cho Zhang, can you just stay for 1 minute?
Yes, okay.
All right, thank you, everyone. So thank you for doing your writing. Like I say, I will mark it and Mrs. Ha will send it to you this week so you can look at it. And then we will continue with this and more. I think I will give you, looking at your writing, more guidelines as to how to do this next week, how to make you into a better writer. So in the meantime, I hope you get a chance to relax for some of the rest of your Sunday. Hope you all have a very happy week, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Okay? Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Mitri.
Bye,
Bye,
Mr. Rick.
Bhutan. Bye. Okay, Cho Zhang, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, Cho Zhang, can you pull your camera down a little bit? I can only see your hair. All right. A little bit further, please, Cho Zhang.
Um,
Great. Thank you, Cho Zhang. That's good. It's good to see you more face to face, Cho Zhang. All right.
Yes.
Okay, you have nothing to worry about, Cho Zhang. I know maybe you feel a little bit shy sometimes, but please don't. All right, please don't. All right, Cho Zhang. So, how are you finding the lesson? How are you finding them? Are they okay for you? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, it's quite valuable.
Okay. Okay. So Cho Zhang, I think you have a very good vocabulary, Cho Zhang. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
You know a lot of English words, I know already. And you know a lot of academic words. So
Yes.
what I want to try help you with is to help you put them together better. All right. So you already have a good vocabulary, like I say, but I think sometimes you can use them better.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I know you are probably very busy, Cho Zhang, all right, at school. And I know you have extra classes, but I hope you can find the time, even for just 5 minutes, maybe every day, just to listen to or look at some English. I don't mean study it, all right? You are already doing plenty of study, but look at something on YouTube in English, all right? Or listen to something in English, or try to read something just in a book.
To be honest, like in my free times, I always go on YouTube to watch some channels such as
Great.
Ed Talk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good. That's great. So just please keep doing that, Cho Zhang. Okay. Even for just 5 minutes a day. All right. Just to get you used to, I know you are already used to it, but just to get you more comfortable and more fluent with English.
Yes.
Okay. So that's all, Cho Zhang. I just want to make sure you are okay. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. And that you are feeling happy. You are feeling happy with the classes.
Yes. Thank you for taking care of my emotions.
Oh, you're very welcome, Cho Zhang. I'm very happy to have you in the class. All right. So just letting you know what's going to happen now for the next 2 weeks. So next week, we will spend a little bit more time going into how you think of ideas, okay, for an essay.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we look at for the next week. And then the week after that, I think I will get everyone to do the whole essay question in one go. So give everybody 40 minutes, because remember, in the test, as I was saying, you only have 40 minutes to answer this question. I will get everyone to see if they can write a complete essay in 40 minutes.
Yes.
All right, so that's, yeah.
Actually, I think that is really essential now because I'm going to take the test, the IELTS test, on next few months, and yes, to be honest, like now I don't have too much ideas about building up my constructions. As
Okay, good. All right, so that's good. Thank you for telling me, Cho Zhang. So you're going to take the test in the next few months, you think?
Yes, maybe the next month or 2 months later.
2 months later. All right. So you still have a little bit of time. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. I'm glad you told me, Cho Zhang. So next week, we will look at ways of building up the structure. All right. And how you can think of ideas quickly. And then the week after that, we will do a practice at writing the whole essay. Okay. So any more questions or suggestions for me, Cho Zhang?
I think no.
Okay, good. All right, Cho Zhang, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you have a good week at school.
Yes.
And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Okay?
Yes, I also hope it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Cho Zhang. Okay.
Ok,
Bye.
Cho Giang ơi, alo.
Dạ con đây ạ.
Ok. Còn cô bảo thì thế con có thể con về con chịu khó con viết xong con gửi thầy chữa cho như đợt trước chị Ngọc chị làm ấy nhá. Bởi vì chắc là còn khoảng 2 tháng nữa thì mỗi tuần con có thể làm một bài, con cứ gửi mail thầy sửa cho. Bởi vì bắt buộc phải có người sửa ấy, con hiểu không? Thì mình mới biết là mình viết cái level của mình viết nó ở đâu nhá. Cứ chịu khó cứ viết xong gửi đi, vì thầy rất là tốt, thầy rất là sẵn vươn linh từ chữa cho các con thế mà nhá. Cứ chịu khó viết xong mỗi chỉ cần 1 tuần hoặc 2 tuần một bài ít nhất, nhưng mà 2 tuần nữa thi, 2 tháng nữa thi thì tốt nhất là một tuần viết một bài đi xong gửi thầy đi nhá. Ok, thế cố lên nhá. Ok, rồi thank you con. Rồi.
Con chào bác.
Rồi thế con chào con cứ đi ra nhá. Ok.